Yeah, I didn't time that well. It's not meant to be timed because I'm just sick of this mission. Central City is... I've made apparent... I think Central City, if you ask me, is worse than Lost Impact. Because with Lost Impact, the Stage 5 mission, that is absolutely terrible. And in fact, just to say how far ahead I am on the schedule, so I'm never going to be topical on this channel because of... At the minute, it is... This video has gone up, I think in September. Whilst the minute of recording, I'm uploading Shadow Part 21 as we speak, by the time of this recording. And I've even started producing Walking Dead at this point, and I'm still uploading Crash Bandicoot. That's how far ahead on the schedule I am, because I know this is fine because I've said this in the first 10 minutes. But Central City is... Yeah, Central City I think is one of the worst missions in this entire game. This is one of, I think, the main reasons why it took so long for me to... I can't remember what happened once I finished up with Central City. Once you've played each mission at least once. Because that's why I'm skipping through the things, because when I raged, I had to go. Well, not had to go, I just got sick of it. But I did a bit of check, there's the first one, and find that. I mentioned this in a previous video, I think I mentioned this in a previous video, is that I think it was for the first 3 playthroughs that I used the 50 HD, because the PS2 version, I'm not too sure about the other versions, well, like the other copies. I think Xbox does actually. And there's that bomb. I haven't found them all, Knuckles.
Come on, we don't have time to just sit.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure. I mentioned this. I think it was the first 2 playthroughs. I think it might. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly how long or for how many I used. I was using 50 HD. But I'm now using 60. I think that is done a few wonders for the frame rate, at least in the playback. I honestly don't mind if it's going to be a bit dodgy on my end, but oops, didn't do that. But if, and I mean if, I can make it look as better as I can, as good as I can for you, I think that looks good. I think since I put my PS2 through the capture card, that no, actually did some wonders because how do I put it? Half how they did. What wonders did that thing? It increased the frame rate. It looked kind of slow on my TV. Now it looks relatively fast, and I think it looks better in the playback as well. Free. I did a little checking because I had to find it. I was not going to find these by myself. I knew where 3 through 5 were, but I didn't know where.
Men status report.
Well, where 1 and 2 were, which is annoying because all you got to do is turn right, follow a small path, and then they're all right there. Which, if you ask me, is a bit of a piss take. And surely that explosion should have hurt me. Son of a... To be honest, one thing that really does get me is I think it is probably that you get the fact that you have to play... If you want to do basically... Well, you have to play Westopers 10 times to unlock the final story, which is, yeah, repetitive as hell. And I no, that works. And because of how repetitive that gets at a certain point, you don't want to see Central City because it's just like you're like, oh no, more Westopolis. But I think the main problem is at the same time, like not Westopolis. I don't mind Westopolis probably because I have to get used to it so much. I've just learned to tolerate it. But well, that just spawned in instead of the debris. But it's Central City. This is, I think, it's definitely the worst mission because.
Fire! Fire!
Oh, I've got to take out the robot, have I? Alright, mate. Don't know why I went Australian there. Keep doing that. I've mentioned I keep doing that. I'm still not worried about it. But this is a ridiculously hard mission, if you ask me. Just because of one simple. So now I can hold on to that wall, eh?
Death to all who oppose me.
Now I've got to detonate this bomb and I'm done. It's the fact that this mission's on a time limit, which is what frustrates me to almost no end. Like, I just did 2 parts. I just sat down and edited 2 parts from just this level alone. And I apologise for that. That was a bit annoying, repetitive. But I just couldn't get through it. I was going to hopefully edit it together into some form of montage.
Perfect.
But how did I get a rank A? I hate this mission. Okay, good. A cutscene, something we haven't seen in a while. Oh, it's in space now, eh? But no, like, I was going to sit there. Sorry, I got cut off by the transition. I'll say nothing. But I was going to edit like a montage, but I'm not very good at doing that at the minute. So I just thought, I know, just upload. I thought I could edit it down, but no. Luckily, I ran for about 20 minutes before I just got frustrated. And I'm hoping to make that up now with some better content. I've worked out my schedule. I think I can make Gareth. He's going to be on at some point.
Piercing the stars.
That's right. The 7 Chaos Emeralds are needed to demonstrate its full power, or tomorrow's prosperity ritual will all be for nothing.
Prosperity ritual? Tomorrow?
Go.
I would like to say it's a lame excuse for trying to character development because prosperity means goodness, like to everyone. But he's just destroying the. He's just destroying the Earth. That's the ultimate plan. Spoilers, not like anyone cares. He just wants to destroy the Earth. That's when he needs the Chaos Emeralds, so he can get the Black Comet inside the thing. But the other thing, but that's lame attempt at character development, saying what to him is good when he's made it quite clear he's evil. You can't just try and say, oh, it's from a certain point of view. You can't do that when you've already established the character in some of the earlier missions as evil. It makes no sense. Well, I'm being quite critical. I should save this for a review. Speaking of which, I actually managed to get... Well, it's going to be a dodgy camera. Oh, mission's on. It's going to be a dodgy ass review because... This one's restricted to just a dark and a neutral.
I've got to get to the Ark.
Oh, and hang on. And I'll be honest, it has been... I don't know how long exactly it has been since I last did this mission. Although, I'm going to guess I haven't played this one in at least...
Try to avoid this attack. That is a barrier created by the Ark's defense system. Do not touch it.
Yeah, I'm going to say since I haven't played this one since at least I began college. Oh, Jesus, yeah. I forgot about that. Because, yeah, that's how long it's been since I've played the crap out of this mission. Like I was saying, it's been, I don't know how long since I... Yeah, that's down. I don't know how long it's been since I last played this. It's been at least 3 years. I know I haven't played this since I was in college. This mission at least. Probably played this like once or twice. I remember I was playing this in the Xbox version because I was originally going to do this in the Xbox version, but then I think as time went on I started to notice a lot more of these glaring problems with this game, so I thought I don't want to do this 10 times. So instead I decided to myself I would rather just do this as few times as possible, so I just knocked it down to the PS2 version. I also got the Xbox version because I didn't know how to record my PS2 using the capture card I had. Oh shit. So I had the Xbox version for that reason alone. And I would probably record that, just like spare it if my controller worked better. But because it doesn't, that's what really gets me.
Do not waste time.